Junkrat's been nerfed, ladies and gentlemen, and a lot of people are probably going to say it's about time. And I think I agree, because, yeah, Junkrat. So what have they done to Junkrat? Let's take a look at what Jeff has said on the official forums. So, Junkrat Concussion Mine will now deal less damage to targets further away from the explosion's center. Developer comments, Junkrat has been enjoying the flexibility his double-charge concussion mine provides, but it has now become a bit too easy to throw out huge burst damage in a large area. With this change, he can still dish out similar damage, but he must now be more accurate with his tosses. Alright then, so I like this change. I'm going to straight up say that at the start of this video. I actually like this change. I worry though if this is actually enough. Alright, so let's look at why this needed to be changed. So Junkrat, we've all been killed by Junkrat, throwing his concussion mines into our face, doing massive damage. If you get anywhere near Junkrat, if you're a flanker, if you're a Genji, and you don't have deflect, I mean, like, we just see me kill that Genji there, although admittedly he was in my trap. And this is PTR, so player abilities are just like all over the place on PTR. But we've all been there, right? As maybe a Tracer, a Genji, or we've been the Junkrat. And those flankers tried to jump on top of us, and we're like, no, we just throw concussion mines into their face and blow them away, which is a bit easy. Let's be honest, it is really easy. I like playing Junkrat. I'm not a Junkrat main, but I play Junkrat on certain points. He was my favourite character when I first got my hands on Overwatch, because I just loved the way he was designed and how crazy he is. And he still is, from a design perspective, from like just his whole sort of image and whatever. But from a gameplay perspective, I use him in certain points. You know, I'd use him on Nepal Sanctum. I'd use him on Dorado First Point. Points like that, Horizon Lunar Colony as well, on both points is pretty good. Just because, like, Junkrat works well there. I'm not just going to religiously play this hero all of the time. However, I agree with these changes because they make him more skill-based. Now, who is Junkrat? What is he? He's the spam guy, right? He's the guy that just spams damage out, and he's always going to be that guy. He's never really going to change from that role. They're not going to drastically nerf him to the point where he just can't do any damage, or you won't see him in the game ever again. Instead, what they've done is introduce an element of skill. Now, the way the concussion mine works is it's got a radius of damage around it. Right at the center, it does maximum damage. It does the damage that it does currently on live servers for its whole radius. Now, initially, I thought the way they would look at Junkrat would be something like, when the mine is deployed, it does maximum damage. When it's in the air, it does maybe half damage. Instead, they've gone for like a more complicated, by Sombra, a more complicated way of implementing that, which actually, I think, makes more sense. So, I mean, you can see there, look at that. That kill on Genji was still a pretty good kill with concussion mine. Yes, he'd taken a lot of damage, but I still had to time where the concussion mine was going. And then it's that sort of trade-off now. Like, you can't just instantly detonate it knowing you'll do maximum damage. You have to try and wait until the mine gets into the right area to do as much damage, or enough damage to kill the target that you're trying to damage. Anyway, the fix they went for is the mine can now do all kinds of varying damage. When it's right on top of you, it does maximum damage. And then it's kind of like Pharah's rockets in a way. They've got this radius around them where it's actually quite weak at the very edge of the bomb. So when it goes off the mine, it's not just going to hit everybody for the same amount of damage. And this is fine. This means Junkrat does do less damage, like the developers' comments did say. But it also means you're still capable of doing good damage if you land the good, like the sort of the perfect concussion mines. So Junkrat is not really going anywhere. And this is the other problem I've got. So I want you guys in the comments to, especially if you play a lot of Junkrat, what do you think about this? Do you agree with this? Do you disagree with this? Do you think Junkrat was too easy to play before? Well, not necessarily too easy, but just he was too effective. I think that's a better way of saying it. For a couple of button presses, he could just negate a lot of enemy good play, let's say. He could just be like, no, you're dying, goodbye. Have a concussion mine, get out of my face. Whereas now, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to do that. It's still defensive in a way, because if you jump onto Junkrat, he can still concussion mine you, and it's still going to knock you all over the place. And you know, that's going to mess you up. It's not necessarily going to instantly kill you like it might have done before, especially with the double concussion mines. Like, it's still a disruptive ability. It's still a movement ability. It's still a really fun ability. But it's going to be, like, we always go back to this thing, don't we, with Blizzard? They've got this idea of they want it to be fun for the person playing the hero, and they want it to be fun for the person being killed by that hero. Was it fun when Junkrat just instantly deleted you from existence? No, it's never fun. It's like Hanzo's scatter arrow, which I'm sure they'll look at. In fact, Jeff did say something about that earlier on, later on, towards the end of last year, he did say something about possibly looking at Hanzo, but it doesn't feel great, does it, when scatter arrow kills you? It didn't feel great when concussion mine just deleted you from, like, existence, like you were worth nothing. That's not very good. Now, it's just going to knock you back, so it's going to feel still jarring to be launched out of the position you were in, but you're not instantly going to die, and there is an element of counterplay again, which seems to be the running theme with the recent changes. You look at Mercy, they want to introduce more counterplay. Junkrat, this introduces more counterplay because he's not just going to instantly wipe you out. Now, what I want you guys to do in the comments below is, I'm especially interested if you are a Junkrat main, if you play a ton of Junkrat, do you think this is enough of a nerf? Do you think this is too harsh of a nerf? And Zen absolutely owned me there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what I was doing. Let me know, guys. Let me know what you think. All right, guys. I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. I agree with this change, but I'm worried. I don't think it's enough, and I think Junkrat is still going to be very effective, and we're still going to see Junkrat in a lot of different... well, not different, but a lot of the same compositions. You're still going to see him on Eichenwald first point. You're still going to see him on Horizon first point attack and defense. You're still, and on the second point, you're still going to see him on Nepal Sanctum. You're still going to see him on Dorado first point defense, and you're probably going to see him in a lot of other situations because he is still effective. He can still put out a ton of damage, and I don't think that's necessarily going to change. Maybe there will be more nerfs to Junkrat on the PTR, but I think this is a good starting point. This is gonna, it's like a tame way of nerfing him. It's not too over the top. It's not too ridiculous in the sense of it's just gonna wipe him out and nobody's gonna play him. I mean, you can see that there kind of sums it up, right? That was a Junkrat versus Junkrat fight. Before, at that close range, you're just throwing concussion mines into each other's faces. It's who can press the button fastest. Instead, what happened there is we knocked each other around, and I managed to kill him with a more skillful play, like I predicted where he was going to land, and then managed to take him out. And I think that's good. Anyway, guys, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video. You can subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. And you can join the Discord, which is discord.gg/UnitLost. And I will catch you on the next one. Goodbye, Moira.